Kelvin, and today I would like to conduct an interview video with you. And the first question is, what are the most common psychological effects of cyberbullying on victims, especially young adults and university students?
Cyberbullying, the effect, psychological effects on I think it's for the undergraduates. The psychological effects might be more impactful since they are in the campus, they are surrounded by the people. So I think the common psychological effects could be like they might feel being isolated. Since, try to imagine that you look at your handphone, you receive some cyberbullying posts or some things, and you need to go to your classroom and meet those students who, cyberbullying you. So they might not sitting together with you, so you might have the social isolations. Meanwhile, it could be even for young adults, they are not in the campus. Maybe there are some psychological effects such as self-doubt. Why people have to say me like this? Why they have to treat me like this? Maybe they have some doubts on their behavior, on their abilities. It could also make them feel low self-confidence, like maybe I'm not that good, I'm not a good assignment mate, or maybe I'm not a good colleague or some things. So it could be. Another thing is, other than social isolation, there is a social impact. It could be personal impact that we mentioned. It could also, I think, bring some detrimental effect on their own well-being. They might feel not happy, feel sad, depressed. So all those could be some common psychological symptoms. I think so.
Second question is, what are some early warning signs that someone may be suffering from the emotional or psychological effects of cyberbullying?
Maybe they might, it could be in two ways. First, they keep on checking their phone. Since cyberbullying, most likely it need to go through from phones and gadgets. So it could be they keep on checking because they want to know, is it they thought something about me on the social media, or maybe they will avoid using phone. I think this could be one of the symptoms. We can see how they use it, the handphone usage frequency, and any changes or not. If they are always keep on checking their phone all the time, maybe the changes is constant, then maybe it's okay. But for example, Kelvin, you are a person who always use handphones, communicate with your friends actively. But suddenly there's a change, the drop of usage on handphone, then maybe there are some things happen. And at the same time, I think it can link with our first question just now. It could be maybe you might detect your friends, they look sad, especially when they look at phones, or they might doubt about themselves. I know people talk about me, behind on me. Those kind of sentence, from them, and emotional change. I think it could be the early warning sign.
The question is, can cyberbullying have long-term mental health consequences even after the bullying stops? What should victims and their families be aware of?
I think definitely yes. Definitely yes, because what we believe is the stresses, it could be chronic stress or long-term stress. So chronic stress, it could be like, for example, it's just like we know the chronic disease like diabetes, it will be a long term. So bullying, it could be, I experienced bullying before. So after that, I might still feel that I might get, even stop bullying after you graduate, for example, if you are the university student, you get bullied, cyberbullying. After you graduate, you might think, the same things happen to me again. So I think the effects will be long-term, and definitely I agree that there will be a long-term effect. If you say young adult if the family member are not staying together with them, actually it's very hard for them to detect. Unless the persons, means the victim themselves, they share with their family. But it's unlikely to be happen. You try to think of yourself, if you receive some cyberbullying, from your friends or from your colleagues, will tell your family members, unless you are very close with your siblings, most likely yes. But to your parents, I don't think you will share it. So it's very hard. That is why a lot of school bullying and cyberbullying is very hard for us to detect and to stop, because the victim themselves, like the adolescents, undergraduates, they might feel ashamed. So they need to have, we ourselves as the victim, we need to have the awareness to protect ourselves and to share this with others. So this should be start from the victim themselves instead of family. Of course, my family maybe can help if they detect. Sometimes we might ask the victims, do you tell this to your family members? Do you tell these incidents to other adults? Most of the answer is yes. Actually, we will seek help from our closer one, means our family members and our friends. But some of them might not take it seriously. So it brings another negative effect to us. If the parents say, maybe you try to think, is it because your friends don't like you because this is your fault? This kind of negative comment will even make the victims more depressed or something. So if you are the family members, if your child willing to share this with you, you need to take the chance and listen to them seriously. Be their listener. Okay, first be their listener, understands the incidents. Okay, try to understand the incidents before you brand on them. Try to think of that. Okay, so always support. Okay, always support them so they know they are resourceful. If I need help, someone with me. So they know they are not alone. If they are being bullied, they might isolate themselves, just like what I mentioned just now. So if you let them know, at least family members, we can support you, then they might feel better. I think this is the things that they can do.
Thank you.